How you doing, guys? Professor EDC with a special BLADE-OSOPHY Sunday, a day after Christmas, December 25th, 2022. And aren't we lucky that we have all these tools, that we have these items that are fantastic tools and just some things that we can admire and appreciate. And we do so, right? You guys appreciate your knives. You cherish them, don't you? Some more than others. Doesn't matter the size of the collection. Doesn't matter the tier or tiers of the collection. But we've learned to cherish, to appreciate details of our collections, right? Small or big, doesn't matter. That's exactly what I want to talk about. Appreciating, cherishing, but learning how to do so, because perhaps when we started collecting, we didn't know one, let's say, and let's bring in the rat. We didn't know one thing from the other, right? And just by looking at things, yeah, maybe this is a bit more expensive than this one, but we learned, didn't we? We are still learning. Have we done so with the people around us? You know, it's this time of year, and it's a time when families come together, when there is this, at least this spirit of trying to be better, kinder, and so on. But I also see out there just a whole bunch of nonsense. Wars, for example. The war outside is not going to end until we finish the war inside each one of us. And in that sense, do we appreciate the person next to us, as we have learned to appreciate different details of our knives, of our collection? Even talking about prices and where they're made, and if it has lock stick or whatever. So many different details that we've learned and that we may complain about with or without reason. But are we looking towards the person next to us and appreciating what he or she is doing? We can talk about our moms or our dads, if we still have them, and how when we travel home to our parents' house, how they try to do everything as possible as to make our stay comfortable and enjoyable. And it doesn't matter if their house is, if they have problems and the how do you say, the plumbing is horrible during the whole year, or if the garden just is a whole mess during the whole year, if there are holes or whatever. But I can assure you that in most cases our parents do more than they are able to for us to arrive and have a good time and enjoy our stay. And yet, I see around me people that don't see this and don't appreciate that. So we've learned to appreciate these fantastic items. And sadly, in many cases, we overlook what's more important, and that is the people around us. Our better halves, our wives or husbands, trying to, again, go beyond themselves to give us a gift, to prepare a fantastic dinner, to help us have a space of peace out of work, because we've been in a bad mood, because, well, we all know how a job, how demanding a job might be, and or unemployment or whatever. And yet there is always, or in most cases, there is always someone around that tries to facilitate that for us, even when we are driving. And we may not notice, but that person that, instead of accelerating or going faster, allows us to get in the lane, even if we didn't put the lights asking for a change of lane. So there is always someone close to us, but also they can be total strangers. And so I see on the news this cold front that that the people from the US are going through, and it's wonderful to enjoy having a roof over our heads and being able to eat a warm meal. That's fantastic. We are lucky. But then again, there are those who are dying of cold, who don't have a meal, and there are those who just aren't as lucky as we are. There are those who are going through a war, who don't have peace, who are waiting for an explosion. And not just on Christmas Day, but every day. There are those who are going through wars, internal wars, and they are feeling lonely. Do you make sure that your families, that your close people know that you are there for them? Because we make sure of a lot of things in the knife world, in the knife community, and that's okay. That's not criticizing that. But if we have so much detail, so much interest in a hobby as wonderful as this, in a community as wonderful as this, are we making sure that the people we love know that we appreciate them, know that we appreciate their components, their steels, their edges, their geometries? Because we sure talk about this, right? In the knife world. But in our personal lives, are we acting in the same way? it's heartbreaking to see some of the sights that we are going through, that we are living, situations that even the I think the grinchiest of people would be heartbroken to see. And these articles may come and go, and in a crisis we may have to sell, but in most cases we'll be able to get 1 or 2 pieces back, whatever, but not the people, and not their trust, and not their love. And it's a thing of, it's a two-way thing. It's not a one-way thing. Are we conscious? Are we doing enough on our side? Anyways, I just want to wish you guys a merry Christmas. May you be with your loved ones. May you be full of health. That's another thing, right? Do you appreciate the state you are in? Do you appreciate what you have and what you don't have? Health. Do you appreciate your health? And you see, those things that are really important, that we have a roof over our heads, that we have warm food on our tables, that we can share that food with a loved one or with someone wholeheartedly. This is wonderful. And but what's really important is what we just talked about, at least for me. My best wishes to you and your families. May you enjoy good health and enjoy your the company that you're in, and be thankful for what you have, what you don't have. And I'll see you on the next one. Professor EDC out.